Good day, folks. Welcome back to another chin wag. I've just went to visit my mum before, and I just bought her a smartphone. Oh my days, folks. Trying to explain a smartphone to my mum. Let me explain. So she's had a really old phone up until a few weeks ago, and it's playing up basically, and she wanted me to go and buy her a new phone. So I said, okay, no worries. Can I interest you in a smartphone, Mum? No, get me one of them old ones with buttons. And my mum has had a stroke, by the way, so she can only use one arm. So I'm like, Mum, honestly, once you get used to a smartphone, I don't like smartphones, but it'd be way easier for my mum, honestly. Anyway, what I mean is I don't like them. I just know that my mum hates technology. She actually hates it, and she doesn't want to move with the times, you know, which I totally understand now. Totally understand that. So but anyways, long story short, she gave in. She said, yeah, all right, I'll get a smartphone. Found a cheapish one for 80, I think it was 80 quid, 80 pounds, so about 100 US dollars. And I went away for a couple of weeks to Mexico. I've just got back, and she had to send away for a new SIM because her SIM was the old big one. So she had to order a new SIM. So I had to wait for that to sort, you know, to get the phone sorted. So I sorted it all out for her today. I went round, and I had to phone up O2, the phone company here, to so that she could keep the same number and all of that. So I figured all that out for her, and then I told her, I keep on telling her about WhatsApp, and that, you know, it'll be ideal for when I'm away travelling and I'm away basically, so we can connect, we can see each other when we're talking. And oh yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. And but when it comes to it, I put the app on the phone and everything, and I'm trying to explain to my mum. Oh my days, folks. She said to me, it's like another language, this phone, isn't it? It's like a whole different world. My mum doesn't text. She hasn't been able to text even on a normal phone. Bless her. Not that she's stupid or anything, she's actually not. She's quite intelligent actually. But she just doesn't want to move with the times. She absolutely hates technology, you know. So trying to explain to her how to use WhatsApp, how to just basically, you know, make a call, make a video call, I had to explain to her how to answer a WhatsApp call about 5 times, and all you have to do is click accept or answer, whatever it says on your phone. And it just made me think, you know, like, I'm in a different world to my mum. Like, everyone that's into technology, which most people are, but then there's people like my mum who aren't and never have been. They don't even know Facebook, Instagram. They've heard of these words because it's on the news and they hear people talking about it, but she's never had the life of having a smartphone in her pocket and distractions and just things that, you know, everything at the top of a button. She's lived old school, you know. Buys a newspaper, sees what's on TV through the newspaper. One of them people, man, seriously. Listens to the radio throughout the day, doesn't really watch TV. Only at night time she'll watch, I don't know, quiz shows and stuff. But anyway, going back to the whole smartphone thing, to try and explain to her, seriously, I had to explain what the search symbol was, you know, the magnifying glass, and she's like, oh my god, it's like a language, it's like a different language, isn't it? Just all symbols. And I'd never looked at it like that before. I'd never thought of it like that before, because we've been so used to, we just go on with it, don't we? We just get on with it. But I came out of my mum's just like, wow, really opened up my eyes to the different worlds we live in, you know. And who's right, who's wrong? I've wanted my mum to keep up with the times for a while, Julie, because I travel a lot and I'd love to keep in contact with her more, you know. When I'm away, I'd love to show her the places I'm at in the moment, because she loves hot places. And, you know, I'm in Mexico a lot of the time with my girlfriend, and I just want to show her, you know, footage from the beach, you know, live while I'm there. But she just doesn't want to keep up with the times, but she's given in. And I was there for about 2 hours trying to explain WhatsApp, YouTube, so she can watch anything she wants. I'm just, Mum, put the TV away. Get on YouTube now, you know, like, you can watch anything you want at any time. So Yeah, and what else did I have to explain? Oh, how to make a normal call and how to read text messages. Because like I said, she didn't even do text messages on her old phone. Let me just check her recording still. Yeah. Because anyway, I'll have a look at that for a minute. Folks. There we go. This GoPro's been playing up, so that's why I'm on to check if you're still on or not. So yeah, it's taken me about 2 hours to try and explain everything, and I know for a fact that half of that information hasn't gone into her head today. I can tell it was just too overwhelming for her. I mean, I laughed, but there's a prime example of someone that's never had technology. The furthest she's gone is a TV, radio. She does crosswords every day. She uses a microwave. That's as far as my mum's gone, folks. Seriously. My dad's not too much further ahead. He's got a smartphone. He's had one for a couple of years. Did his head in. He went back to a normal one with buttons and that. And now that's broken. Exactly, almost the same time as my mum's. So he's gone back to a smartphone again now. So that's the only. He hasn't got digital TV. He hasn't got Sky, nothing like that. So they're both pretty old school, my folks. To be fair, look at these logs, man. Timber. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick chinwag about that. Something to think about, you know. There are people out there that are just haven't bothered with technology, and they just, when they are faced with it, like my mum today, it was almost like I remember when I was in school and I was faced with the computer for the first time, and I just didn't want to touch anything in case it kind of crashed or broke, or I went on to something I shouldn't have. You know, there's that fear of kind of doing something wrong. That's what my mum was feeling today. And the thing is, I know there's going to be things popping up on her screen like, install this, or do you want to download that, update this. She's not going to have a clue what any of that is, you know. So there's going to be a journey ahead, and there may be trouble ahead. Who knows? Anyway, look at all these logs, man. Someone's going to be warm through the winter. Okay, folks, just a little quick one while we're walking through this beautiful, beautiful scenery. Until the next one, stay chirpy. Peace.